Hey YouTube, just wanted to say, haven't made a video in a long time. I'd like to speak in this video about political views. I know I'm not really political about anything, um, as far as that goes, but I would like to say the reason why I'm not really up for voting and all that good stuff is because, in my opinion, I think that if you're going to be a president, you should actually go by your actions and your words and not just say it to do it. And hopefully in this political year, the people that are running for president are the one that gets voted and wins. Hopefully they say what they're going to do, because I think as a president, if I was president or running for president, first thing I would do is figure out a way to manage our budget more, be more effective with our budget, not spend all this money that we don't need to spend in certain areas, as well as create more jobs. And as far as those small cities go, not to make them as an outcast, because there's a lot of cities out there that are well known and on the map just because they're a small town, and we don't really get the benefit of having them on the news all the time, or whether they're like the last thing to know about, and they don't get new jobs all the time like the bigger cities do. And I think that should change, as well as speaking on terrorist attacks. I think that instead of saying they're going to do all this and all that, yes, I believe that what I heard, sorry about that border security is a good idea, but as well as, instead of just standing back and accusing all races, or like Muslims or any of them, accusing all of them to be terrorists, because they're not all terrorists. It's just like Americans. If an American were to decide to be a terrorist one day, just because one person becomes a terrorist doesn't mean they should block out everybody just because they become a terrorist. It's not right to all the others, and I think that affects everybody, and terrorist is a bad thing, yes, but we shouldn't affect everybody because of it. Like I said, there's people out there that are good Muslims, and then there's bad ones, You can't just block out the good ones because there's more bad ones, You gotta take effect into that, take time and stop it, and if you have to, figure out a way to get rid of them, not just go out there and block out all the good and bad ones just because the bad ones are taking over. It's not right. And that's mainly the reason why I don't like voting, is because not all of these people that are running for president in the past years, and I'm not sure about this year, but I know one thing is they say what they're going to do and they don't do it, and as well as they take actions way too serious, like certain actions like terrorists. They want to take effect by blocking all Muslims and all that out of our country, just because all the bad terrorists. You can't do that because there's some good ones, and yes, you can't tell the difference all the time, but that's why you enhance security at the border and be more on top of it instead of letting things slide, because when you let things slide, it just happens. You gotta have security everywhere. You gotta be on top of it with security. You just gotta be on top of it on social media, everywhere you can. It's gotta be, you gotta be on top of it. Now, as far as violating people, that's another thing I'm gonna speak on as well. I don't know if this is happening, but I feel that there should be some privacy to people. People shouldn't be invading people's government, shouldn't be invading people's phone, shouldn't be invading people's privacy as well, like text messages or stuff like that. I understand they do have to go through phone calls because of terrorist actions, and some situations text message for like 911 emergencies, but in my opinion, you really shouldn't invade people's privacy way too much just because of bad actions. Like I said, they need to stay more on top and find an effective way of doing it instead of invading people's privacy and blocking out good people that don't deserve to be blocked out. That's my political view, and I don't, like I said, I don't know how this year's going to go with political on who I feel is the best to fit in office, but I do know one thing. Whoever is president should take action on things, like I said several times. Take action on it, you know? Stop not taking action, saying all this stuff just so you can become president, and it doesn't happen. It needs to change. Congress needs to become better. President needs to become better. And you say, why Congress? Well, it's not just the president. Congress also prevents the president from doing things that can happen. And the president has part in that too. But like I said, a lot needs to change. This economy is just way too bad. It's hard to find a job. Everybody's getting on food stamps and struggling to pay bills and all this stuff because the fact is the government's being too greedy. They won't give you jobs. They're spending way too much money when they don't need to. Spend the money on something we need. Spend it on schools. Spend it on new jobs spend it on new jobs that everybody can equally get. That's my point. Don't spend it on just doctors and lawyers and all that. Yes, that's a good thing to do, but there's people out here, teenagers and stuff like that need to help their parents out with bills and all that, and need to be able to live on their own, and they can't do that if they can't find a job. And all these doctors and lawyers are always getting more jobs. Like I said, it needs to be fair. We need to get jobs for everybody. We need to change this now. We need it to stop. We need the economy to be better. We need more jobs equally for everybody, no matter your age level. In my opinion, from 15 or 16 and up, because people that young start jobs. Yes, at least 16 and up start jobs. And like I'm saying, especially for those that are 18, 19, 20, the young ones that need a place to live because of college or whatever, they can't take care of themselves if they're working on a low-end job and don't have or can't even find a job. So we need better jobs for the teenagers, better paying jobs for the teenagers. We need more jobs for the teenagers. It's just ridiculous, We need to make everything fair. It's tired of having everybody struggle and all that. It's just nonsense. We need this to change. We need the government to make a better change with financially. We need the government to make better changes for better jobs for everybody from 16 to 18 to 20 to 19, 17, and all of those ages up and up, It's just ridiculous in this economy, We need to be able to retire and be able to live off our funds, not to be able to struggle. Taxes are too high. That's another thing I want to speak on, taxes. Taxes are a good thing in a way because they pay our police officers and all that. In my view on that, it's not a good thing, but when taxes are way too high, they're charging people ridiculous amounts on food tax and income tax, charging way too much on it. That needs to be cut down a bit. And I know that's important for the police officers and all, but I really think that there's a way we can make that effective. Taxes are a great thing to help out all the situations for the roads and stuff, but there's different ways to go around it. And I'm not going to say, I think that they could add into a bill to, make a bill they send you every month, the city, that includes a small portion, not like a big gigantic fee like they do with trash and trash disposal and all that, because they charge you ridiculous amounts for that, and they take advantage and they don't use that wisely. If they actually used it wisely, it'd be better. So like I said, they could send a small bill that would have to be paid, just a portion, maybe a few dollars a month or something that could go towards dividing for roads to help pay the police officers and all that, and it'd have to be mandatory, something like that. Or the second option is to cut down a little bit on taxes and income tax, sales tax, and stuff like that. Because if you think about it, taxes, yes, they're high, and it helps the police officers and all that. Like I said, taxes are a good thing because it helps make this economy, well, not the economy, but makes the roads be able to be repaired, pay your law enforcement, pay our paramedics, and all that good stuff. But if they cut down on taxes a little bit, you would see that even though people are paying taxes still, when the taxes are less, and you've seen this, and this is an example on Black Friday, or on no sales tax day, people spend more money when they actually have more money to spend. Or, for example, they spend more money when there's not a lot of tax on things. And I can say this for myself. I'm sure you can say this for yourself. If they reduce the sales tax, the food tax, and the income tax down, what you would see in this world is people would be buying more food, they would be buying more items, they'd be making more money, so I'm going to explain this. Alright, so first step, they lower the income tax down in every single state, right? They lower it, right? See, what happens then? They have more money. Next thing they do, they lower the food tax down a little bit. What happens then? People buy more food. You know why they buy more food? Because the sales tax is lower on food. Or no, the food tax is lower on food. Plus, they're making more money because the income tax was lowered. And then if you think about it, if sales tax was lowered, people would buy more stuff for their homes and stuff like that. They would buy more because that's lower. Also, what do you think about? Back to the fact, their income tax was lowered, so they're going to spend more because they have more money. Now, the government doesn't really think about this, but if you have more money and the taxes are less, people are going to spend more money. Excuse me. And the thing that needs to happen in this economy, and the reason why we're in debt so much, not just because the government spends a lot, it's because they don't. One reason is because they spend a lot. Second of all, people don't spend a lot of money because of how high things are. And what happens is eventually if people become broke, and a lot more people become broke and unemployed, and a lot more people don't spend money, there's less and less money coming in. You know what eventually happens when there's hardly any people spending money? We get back into that global crisis of the stock market dropping, and we get back to the crisis of our financial economy gets really bad, and things start to go skyrocketing, and things get really bad, really, really bad. So, as you can see, it's a repetitive process. One thing connects to another. And like I said, if people have more money, they spend more money. For this not to happen, for the economy and the financialness and the economy to stay good, money always needs to flow. Basically, money always needs to be spent. Money needs to stay in rotation. Needs to always be spent. Needs to keep on being spent by people in America and all over. It just needs to keep on going basically in a circle. What happens is, once you break that circle, like I said, the economy gets really bad, and we go back into that financial crisis again. So you see, if you cut back on taxes, from all of the taxes, from sales tax to food tax and to income tax, people are going to have more money to spend. They're going to buy more food. They're going to buy more items. They're going to be able to pay their bills more effectively. And they're going to be able to basically overall spend more money because they have more money. And they also enjoy having the money left over that, well, then they can put it towards somewhere else. The more money you have, the more money you spend, as well as save, and then eventually spend again. So, like I said, it's an important key factor in the government, in the economy, for things to go down, for sales tax all over. Those 3 sales tax, like I said, food tax, sales tax, and income tax. If they go down, it will help our economy so much. But the second process is the government has to manage their money a whole lot better and stop spending so much. Those 2 things, once they take effect, if they took effect, our economy will not only get better, you'll see this world start, our economy and everything. You'll still see the United States and all the states around. I'm not forgetting you Canadians or people in UK or any of you. All of you are important. It all starts to get better. And then the economy starts to go back up again. And everything goes back into rotation. And we're back on our feet again. It's really important. And that's why I don't really vote. Because the key factors, those key factors need to happen. And if a president can't make those key factors happen, and if Congress doesn't work with the president to make those key factors happen, no matter what president we get in office, no matter what actions they take, if those key factors don't happen, our economy is going to slowly still fail. Even if they make the economy a little bit better, it's gonna struggle. Say they did something that benefited the economy and it helped it up a little bit, it's still going to struggle. So those key factors need to happen. Like I said, again, the president that comes in office and Congress as well, President and Congress need to make the sales tax, the food tax, and the income tax a little bit lower. And we need to manage our budget more effectively so our economy gets better. If it was for that, I guarantee I would vote for the person. If a president can guarantee that, and if they actually did that, that's the person I would vote for. And until then, I don't know who I'm going to vote for. I don't hate any of these presidential candidates. I just see those changes need to happen because they're a vital factor and an important factor in our life for us human beings to be healthy in relationships and stress-free lives, and to be able to know that we're going to be okay the next day. We need to stop the greed with all the money, the government being greedy with their money. We need to start helping America. We need to give back to people. We need to make surgeries for cures for cancer more cheaper and effective. We need to make surgeries more cheaper. We need to make things more effective. We need to bring this financial economy back up. This is really important. And like I said, it's really hurting us today without that. So if anybody becomes president, if they hear this video or even make this happen, I will be the one to congratulate them. Maybe not on live TV, but I will congratulate them and they will have my vote. That's what I need to see. And I know that's a lot to do, but that's what our economy needs right now. This is what America needs right now. This is what the people need. That's what we need. And as you know, like I said, not just getting our financial economy back up, but we need to get more jobs in there too. Because the more people that have more jobs as well, this is another key factor. If we have more jobs in even the small towns, even the bigger cities, if we have jobs for 18-year-olds and up, the more jobs we have in the small towns and the big cities, even the small towns that don't get heard, what happens is when those, like I said, if these take effect, when we drop those income tax, the food tax, and the sales tax, and we have more jobs, people have more money, everybody can live happy, everybody can support themselves, they can spend more money, they can buy their own house, support their own family, pay to feed their kids, pay to feed their spouses, pay to take care of their family, each other, pay to give back to people. This world will change so much if we had more jobs and our financial economy was a lot better and our taxes were lower for making taxes on income taxes, food taxes, and sales tax. If those were lower and we had more jobs, our economy would make so much great change that the government would probably have their eyes so big and jaws dropped so low that they couldn't believe it. And I'm not even joking on this. I know I'm not as old as they are, but I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it over and over every year on political elections. And I've seen it happen in office. It needs to happen. And if you agree with me about this, I want you to share this video with as many people as possible. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. Share it with your friends. Tell them to watch this video on YouTube. Share it. Get this heard. Share it with the presidential election. Share it with Donald Trump. Share it with Ted Cruz. Share it with everyone. Share it with who you think you're going to vote with. Share it. Get this heard worldwide. It needs to happen. We need to make greater change. I thank you all for watching this video. And like I said, please share this. Now, when you share this video on social media with your friends, Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, if you share this, put that in the post description. When you share it, put Donnie's inspiration and Donnie's inspiration and vlogs as one of the hashtags, or let's change that. Put this as the hashtag. Donnie Lee's, yes, DONNIES. Put this hashtag DONNIES political views, or no, scratch that. Sorry about that. Put this DONNIES Donnie's political change. Yeah, put that Donnie's political change as the hashtag. When you share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, when you share it with your friends. Anyway, when you share it on social media, make sure you put as the hashtag Donnie's political change. And share it, like I said, share it with the person you're going to vote for. Share with your friends. Make sure they watch it. Share this worldwide. And if we get this heard, and whoever shares this, whoever I see share this, I'm going to, if it's on Twitter, I'm going to retweet this. I'll retweet your post. So I'll be able to retweet your post only if you put Donnie's political change as the hashtag so I can see it. I'll retweet your post. If you share it on Facebook, I'll share your Facebook post. I will see it. Now you can follow me on Twitter at Donnie Lee Farrow, my Facebook at facebook.com/Donnie.Farrow. Share this with everybody you can. And I hope to see a greater change in our world, and I hope to be able to vote for the right candidate. I hope to see this happen because this is very important. I thank you all, like I said, I thank you all for watching, and make sure to share this video on social media and with your friends, and share and put the hashtag Donnies Political Change. Alright, have a good one. Thumbs up or dislike this video. It's up to you, but this is my insight on political views. And have a good day.